diciendo. COVID, puto COVID. So, tequila. So there are 4 primary stages of tequila. It's blanco, reposado, añejo, and extra añejo. Blanco is natural tequila. The plant has to be between 5 to 7 years old to be harvested. After it's harvested, it's baked. After it's baked for 72 hours, the juices inside caramelize. Then they squeeze out the juices, they ferment the juices. Remember, there's no sugar, there's no booze. So after it gets fermented and it gets a double or triple distillation, that's what this is. It's natural tequila. It's not cheap. It's natural tequila. The difference between cheap and natural is the natural tequila, it has not been in a barrel. That's why the price is less than an extra añejo.
Didn't have to do extra work, yeah.
You have to sit on it. And then tequila on a yearly basis loses 5% of its volume. So if you start out with 100 gallons, the first year you have 95, so on and so forth. So imagine tequilas that are 21 years old, a whole different ballgame. Blancos is natural tequila. Reposado, as the name says it, it's a rested tequila. This has been in a barrel up to 12 months. Añejo tequila is from 12 months all the way up to 3 years in a barrel. And extra añejo, it's from 3 years 1 day all the way to 21 years. Now, that's mucho dinero. You know, if you want to wait for 21-year-old tequila, it's expensive. It's like any scotch, any whiskey. If it sits in a barrel, especially a single barrel, it's mucho dinero. So typically the normal scenario is there's low aging. This is between, más o menos between 8 to 10 months in the normal neighborhood. The añejos are between 24 months to 2.5 years. That's usually the scenario. And the normal neighborhood of an añejo is between 6 to 10 years. That's the normal neighborhood. Now they're coming out, so an extra añejo, like I said, from 3 years all the way to 21 is extra añejo no matter what. But what they're doing nowadays, they're actually taking extra añejos and they're sitting on them longer. Therefore you have these black bottles. These black bottles are still extra añejos, but those are 12 years old. Más. That's it.
This is glass.
This is glass, yes. The only difference is they painted and made black so you can see they're older. That's the only difference. But the flavor, so it's a whole different ballgame. Now, so we're mentioning earlier. Once again?
I think you will.
Yeah, we'll try this in a second, don't worry. So, like I mentioned, tequila is not meant to be shot unless you're just trying to get FUBAR. That's the idea. If you want to really taste tequila, there's an actual breathing technique. Once you actually master, you don't have to do the whole thing, but there's a way to do it properly. And we'll see how the flavor progresses through this.
I just swirl.
I usually don't recommend to swish it because then you get other stuff that's in your mouth. It doesn't take much to get a good taste out of it.
Asada.
So la carne asada, and then pico de gallo, the habanero swirling in there, no, it's not bueno. Okay, the way you do this stuff is you inhale, you hold your breath, you take a sip, you hold it in your mouth, don't swish it, just hold it in your mouth for about a third of a second. That tells your tongue, your brain, what's going on. And you hold it for a third of a second, swallow, and then just gently breathe out. So like this. That's the way to drink tequila. Okay? Salud, señor. Let's see what we think of this. This is blanco, natural tequila.
Okay, let me breathe in.
Salud, salud.
I remember they telling me that breathing technique like in 5th grade with the marijuana.
You gotta rotate to the left. That tells your palate what's going on. It's just like, it doesn't go through it.
Yeah.
It's
It has
connected.
a little taste like mezcal.
A
little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, for
mezcal-
being a silver.
but remember
Sweet though,
mezcal.
it's
For a
sweet,
silver,
like
yeah.
sweetness.
Remember that mezcal is tequila's dad. That's where tequila.
Yeah.
This is like a refined version of mezcal. Don't get me wrong, mezcal is a whole different ballgame, different process.
Yeah.
But this is like a refined version of it.
Even the plant is smaller.
Different species.
Yeah.
Different species. For example, this is made with only blue tequilera Weber agave. That's the actual name of the plant.
And it can only be grown in tequila
Not in Tequila. Tequila is a town.
or in Jalisco.
In Jalisco and the surrounding states, yes. That's the only place with it's mainly because of the geographical minerals that thrive the best. Not because it has to. It just grows
No,
better.
but I can't make it in California and call it tequila.
No, it'll die. And you have to use a lot of plants because some people say, I have blue agave at home, I can make tequila. I'm like, it's not that easy. It's like you don't make lemonade with 2 lemons, it's not gonna work, you know. So this is Reposado. This is a 9-month-old tequila. And once again, this is aged or rested in this case in a whiskey barrel. Let's see if you guys can pick out what
Oh, it's whiskey barrel.
This is whiskey barrel.
I thought it was wine.
White French or white American oak barrel, but this is a whiskey barrel. Salud. Remember the breathing process. Let's see what you guys think. Salud, salud.
Oh,
See the difference?
yeah.
No barrel, 9 months of barrel. Now imagine what 8 years does for a barrel.
Yeah.
This is the tequila.
It just took out all the
Yeah,
little
sharp.
kick at the end, huh?
See, my friends call me extra, not because of the extra, but because I only drink extra añejos.
For the taste, or because of the feeling, or for
I
the
prefer-
health benefits, or
I believe it or not, you can actually ask a physician. Tequila does have health benefits. It's the healthiest liquor. Tequila and mezcal are the healthiest liquors you can drink in the market. You can ask
Get
the
that on
physician.
video.
Tony from Mexico Real said it.
it's documented here.
Any lawsuits that go through, you can sue this guy. Tony said I can drink a bottle.
Tony said.
Tony said.
My liver says different.
No, and believe it or not, the thing is, once you mix tequila with something, that's
Compromise.
it's not a good combination
Yeah,
because
you ruin it,
that's
yeah.
where a hangover comes in, all that crap.
It's over.
Tequila straight, nada. For me, no hangover, no nothing.
Well, the good shit.
See,
Not like last night. Last night I woke up like a
Yeah,
champ.
I want to ask him about this. You know, the Julio 70, what do you think? I know you don't have it here.
I don't carry it because our philosophy for our store is we'd rather work with brands that are homemade per se, family
And the
brands,
commercials.
than the commercials. Why? Because let's say I'm Don Julio. You can pull names. You can say I'm Don Julio. What's your name?
Ruben.
Ruben?
Gilbert.
Gilbert?
Esteban.
Esteban?
Oscar.
Oscar. So I'm Don Julio and I need to make tequila. So I need about 10,000 gallons. I get 2 from you, 1 from you, 2 from you, that's 5, and I get 3 from you. That's 8. I'm short 20,000. So I'm gonna get some other guy and just gonna mix it all together, put in a special powder, it's all gonna taste the same. So that's what they do.
So it's more generic.
Exactly. So they generalize, so they homogenize all the flavors to it, which is for me, it's not
Yeah,
fair
they
for
just
the,
took away the-
for your experience. That tells you different volumes. So stuff that we carry here is small batches. For example, like
It's more like a boutique.
More organic.
exactly, not organic because they're organic ones.
Boutique.
No, but I mean
But it's
organic meaning they
limited-
didn't put shit in.
Limited editions. It's like it's done. No más. You gotta wait for the next batch. That's what we do here.
It's not all gonna be perfectly the same. right?
Exactly, because I've had tequilas here that from one batch to another, you're like, there's a small difference, but always weather influences on the
of
flavor,
course.
heights, and all that stuff
It's
changes.
like the wine industry, really.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
but
yeah.
this is way better. Salud, señor. That's the
Call me.
añejo.
I mean, the product is different, it's better, but it's the same.
Now this is considered a mid-range tequila. It's not sweet nor dry. It's halfway through. There are drier tequilas, there are sweeter tequilas. This is on the sweet side. This one, the one that's the Iconos de Mexico. And when you buy the box, and if you buy 4 of them per se, if you put them side to side, it creates an image.
Oh, is that right?
You know, like Reserva La Familia is sweet for me.
But that's an onion.
So that's the añejo, and this is the extra añejo.
I saw you shake your head when I mentioned the Julio. I mean,
Well, because from the commercial
But
distillery.
what do you think about the product? I mean,
It, I know for a fact I can get better quality for the same price.
Okay, how about this question?
It,
Your extra añejo is the darkest of the 4 bottles.
yes,
That 70 is extra añejo and it's clear.
but it's a cristalino. There's a difference now. Cristalino, actually, the Julio people, as far as I know, they started doing the cristalino thing. The cristalino thing is they take an añejo, or actually nowadays it's blanco, reposado, añejo, extra añejo, they all can be cristalinos. A cristalino is a tequila that after it has been aged or not aged, they further triple distill it. So it has 5 to 6 distillations to it.
So they extract color? Or?
They extract impurities. Every time you just remember back in the day when you couldn't drink water, you had to boil it. That's distilling it. It's boiling off all that stuff that's bad per se. So all that steam that comes out, it's purified water, or in this case, booze, and then it condensates, and that's what the booze is. That's what do that like 5 to 6 times. So all the impurities come out.
So
That's
clears-
what it
clears up, yeah.
it cures it out. Yeah.
and then it becomes clear.
It becomes a cristalino, a cristal.
Well, see, for me, that
That always threw me off. Like, how could it be super añejo?
That's what they do. Por ejemplo, this is a cristalino. Mira.
So they baked all the good shit out of it.
For me, they take the barrel
Well, these are the
characteristics.
best of it.
So this is a cristalino,
That's an F.
and this is a reposado.
Chinaco, I've heard of it.
So that's what they do. This is a cristalino, but this is añejo. Should have been per se this color, but they further processed it. That's what that is. For me, Iconos de Mexico make a badass cristalino, which is the one square bottle with the rooster. That's a really good cristalino. And for cristalinos, for the commercial stuff, the 1800 is way better than the Julio 7. Highly recommend the 1800 cristalino. Okay, that's the extra añejo, señores. Salud, salud.
Wow, what a lesson.
That's why I like extra
That's like
añejo.
drinking.
Now, one of my favorites,
Nice.
I like I
Real
said,
nice.
I like dry tequilas. So this one here is called El Gran Viejo. Any questions on this, guys? Would you like to keep one out so you can remember, or you good? We'll put them away.
I got the taste on all of them.
Yeah.
Like I said, the clear, the white one had a little bit of mezcal taste.
See,
to it.
that's natural tequila. Natural tequila. There's no barrel characteristic to it, so it's natural. And once you actually put tequila in a barrel, it actually gathers the characteristics from the barrel, hence the color. The longer it sits, the darker it gets because it gets more characteristics from the barrel. And these are all used barrels. So, for example, this is a white French oak barrel, but I can't remember what was in it before. Sometimes we do know, sometimes we don't. It's pretty much depends. So this one's a Gran Viejo. For me, this is a really good tequila. It's on the dry side. It's not sweet or not mid-range. And like the question you said earlier, what's your best tequila? Is the one you like. I mean, I don't know if you like Tapatio sauce, or you like Habanero sauce, or you like Tabasco sauce. It's up to you. It's up to you.
The palate.
It's your palate. It's what you're used to.
I think I like the darker tequila.
Sweeter.
Yeah.
So this is a dry tequila. Salud, señores.
The
Remember the breathing
what we drank
process?
last night, I think this has a little more flavor. Like
Little-
sweet, more sweeter.
It's coming out of those. The
It's out of
añejo
the-
comes out of a not whiskey barrel, but wine barrel.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
It
It's
depends.
like- nice.
There are wine barrels, there are whiskey barrels, there are bourbon barrels, there are cognac barrels. Depends.
See, now what he's explaining the process, the process is a little longer to get the,
The flavors or the characteristics in the barrel.
yeah, and then it becomes clear. So it says it takes longer, the process.
Oh yeah. That's a veces está más suave.
This one is a dry tequila. What do you guys think of that one? So in my palate, I like dry tequilas.
You know what? I like the other one.
That
It has
gives
a
you
little
the
more sweet.
little bang, but not that sweetness.
The sweet,
much.
yeah, yeah, so without the sweet.
extra candy.
I like the other one, the anejo.
Yeah.
Extra.
Yeah.
This is the regular extrañejo, and this is the cristalino. We'll try both so you can see what the difference is.
Oh, Cristalino, that's like the one you got.
So what do you guys think of the Gran Viejo?
Good.
Nice and dry.
Yeah. I don't think it has as much flavor as the.
It doesn't have that sweetness, like
Yeah,
the
sweetness.
candy
I think
flavor
I
at
like
the
that
end.
See,
one.
some people like the sweetness to it.
Yeah.
I can't. It's like when you get a whole full spoon of sugar.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
So that's why the tequilas are so complex. You just have to try them out to see
You
what
like
you
your
like.
frappuccino without whipped cream.
Más o menos, sometimes, or half whipping. Yeah.
So, what about when they put it on the fridge and they chill it?
Okay, so, you know who started doing the whole campaign, put in the freezer, tastes better? Jose Cuervo did. Because the stuff tastes like shit. Put it in the freezer, so it tastes better. Why? When you put alcohol in the refrigerator, it restrains the flavors and aromas. Hence, it's drinkable. When you drink, if you see, I'm not chilling anything. I'm giving it to you guys
Temperature, huh?
as is, so you can actually see what the real flavors are. Otherwise, if I was chilling this, when you get home, like, what the fuck tastes different? You will, because when you put it in the freezer or in the fridge, it just restrains the flavors. So cheap tequila is hence
You
drinkable.
know, like why wouldn't you put it on the refrigerator? Red wines, you know, because I drink wine. I
Sí.
drink wine.
Sí.
Red wine, you drink
okay,
it.
nobody's
room
perfect.
temperature. I'm sorry?
It's okay, nobody's perfect. Me and wine, we don't mix. I get very,
Oh, you and I are in the
bad
same
hangover.
club.
Really?
So,
They've been offering
You
me
ain't drink the
wine.
wine, he drinks.
See,
Maybe
well,
that's it.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't consider myself an alcoholic, but if I want to drink tequila, I can drink 3 bottles and I'm okay. But wine, I can't. No.
Yeah.
For 20 years, you know, they'll offer me wine. I don't make it. My system,
No,
I'll get
no.
a nasty hangover. Just
See, no, it doesn't agree with
I'll
me.
be hangover before I hit the bed with wine.
Oh, yeah.
And that tells you right there, don't drink the shit.
So this one is also 8 years old, but this one is in white French oak barrels. This is on the sweet side for me. So
It's an extra name.
it's an extra añejo.
Yeah, it's extras are sweet.
Sí, not necessarily. El
Cristalino.
Gran Viejo is an extra añejo.
That wasn't, it wasn't sweet. They had, like you said, more.
So it depends on the barrel.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a regular extra añejo for this guys, and this is what the Cristalino
Yeah,
is.
that one had a little kick.
See?
Yeah,
A little more sweet though.
See, it has sweet notes to it.
Yeah,
Very good. Don't get me wrong. It's very
Very
good.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's almost like honey.
Caramel. Yeah, caramel.
Caramel.
Like butterscotch.
That was the sweetest one, I think. Out of
See,
all of them,
there are sweeter ones. For
Yeah.
example, Ursua, they use cherry wood barrels. It's phenomenal. It's very sweet. It's very. I call it a lady's tequila because typically ladies like the sweet stuff.
Yeah.
That's right up their alley. So this one is the Cristalino.
So the difference between this one and
This has been further processed,
Yeah.
further distilled.
To get the impurities out.
They remove the barrel characteristics, the impurities, which we tequila guys, that's what we look for. This takes it away. That's where the Julio 70 comes in. Salud.
I like the sweet.
Yeah.
So this is the same stuff. Same stuff.
I like my
What
tequila
a
dark.
trip, huh?
But this is for the
What a
process.
trip, yeah.
So it's
I
different.
see a big difference.
You know, I
Huge,
think I'm a
huge
fan of Cristalino.
That, you like the more bland. Not the
Yeah,
sweet.
not as sweet. I'm not as sweet.
I think that was too sweet. That was nice.
So this one's too
Yeah,
sweet
the
for me.
Cristalino.
For my palate, it's too sweet.
Yeah.
But the vast majority of people from the States, they like the sweet stuff. I can't.
It's a little too sweet.
So it's too sweet for me.
The
But
Anejo was good.
it depends
The
what you
extra,
like. It depends what you like.
I think it was like right there.
This is the Cristalino.
Nice.
And what else can I have you guys try? You guys want to try some mezcal, some sotol?
I'm good.
You good?
Well, we have a meeting, but screw the meeting.
It's better meeting over here. A little more interactive. And like I said, tequilas just depends what you're into. And there's some stuff, for example, this is one of my favorites. This is Don Alberto. This one, as you can see, they only make 2,000 bottles
In a year?
in a batch.
In a season?
In a batch.
Oh, is that right?
See, only 2,000 bottles. So you can see the beautiful color. That's a 10-year-old tequila right here.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it just depends what you're into, what you like. So the 4 main stages is Blanco, Reposado, Añejo, and Extra Añejo. There's a few more. We have the Cristalino. We have the Joven. Joven tequila is not Blanco nor Reposado. It's a blend.
There's a little.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's
little.
shade.
There's a color to it. It's a blend. These guys, what they do, they take a Blanco and they infuse it with either Añejo, Extra Añejo, or Reposado. So it's a Joven. And then you have the other stuff that's new per se, that's coming out. You have the cannabis tequilas nowadays.
The cannabis.
They're infusing cannabis with tequila.
Man, when are they going to stop these, all these?
Good for
They're
anxiety.
making up shit, huh?
Exacto.
Yeah.
They
much
have
is
to
the
follow.
bottle
They have to
like this
follow
anyway?
trends. You know how it is. Esta, they should change prices. Let me check. I was going to tell you the price for the ceramic one.
Yeah.